Right, welcome back to another edition of the Gym Rat Pack Does Entertainment with myself, Larry Olabamiwo, and my partner. What's your name, bruv? You think you've been on the drugs again, yeah?
Been on the drugs.
Okay. For everyone who watches the show, you know this is Leon Rock. And we've got our man with the reviews finally in the show. Please introduce yourself.
What's up, Gym Rat Pack audience? Thanks everyone for subscribing. My name is DAMIEN Ashley. I'm a friend of Larry and Leon. I'm an actor / martial arts, fight choreography, all general idiot guy. And I'm joining the boys today to talk about a few different topics. So we hope you enjoy the show.
Yeah, boy. And just to let people know, he taught me a lot of what I know about the acting world when I was starting out and stuff, which I then relayed on to my man Leon. So
that's how it works.
Yeah, man.
Pay it forward.
So give him all the praise, you get me?
Don't blame me for anything they do.
No, blame him. But praise comes to me, yeah.
We're under his guidance.
So as you know, we are the Gym Rat Pack. We love the gym, or everything at the gym. And we are also actors, and we are here to give our take on what's going on in the entertainment industry, be it movies, TV, music, sport, but obviously especially movies and TV. Hello?
No.
Okay.
That pretty much sums it up.
All right then. So with that being said, let's dive right in. And
no diving right in.
Oh, what's the problem? You come off the drugs now. Yeah?
If you've reached this stage, please smash a like.
Yes.
Just on a quick
ring
one.
that bell,
Yes,
subscribe button, all that nice jazz.
Yes, please. We're actually we're at 151 subscribers we're at now.
What's that, 3 weeks going now?
Yeah. So
nothing to some, everything to
everything to us.
Yeah.
Everything to us.
Appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
One's good to me.
Well, the reviews that you're on is doing really well, so you know what I mean. Thank you as well, you know what I mean. So thank him. You know, we thank you. Thank you so much. Like we keep saying, we have a lot of things coming, and we can't do it without your support. So please keep on supporting us. And with that being said, can I now dive into the topic?
Without further ado,
bring it on.
Okay. So we have a few topics to speak on today, and the first topic that we're going to speak on is the Batman trailer. Now, we've all had a look. We all had a look at it quite recently as well.
Yeah.
Let's put it to the new man of the group. Not so new. Damien, what did you think of that trailer?
Well, let's put it this way. It looks good. I am not going to lie. It definitely has got a big bit of appeal in terms of the Batman universe and DC universe and the new route they're going down, or route they're returning to, should we say, in regards to a grounded Batman. It definitely feels like they've got the right person in the driving seat for Matt Reeves. I think what he did with the Apes trilogy, I haven't seen the third one to be fair, but what he did with the first two I thought was amazing. And you can definitely see his directorial kind of tidbits all over this. Still on the fence with Mr. Twilight. I'm not gonna lie. I get where they're going with the story. It seems like they're taking this whole emotional arc of Batman. It's more about him becoming Batman, which we've seen before, but in dribs and drabs. I always refer back to it, and then you get onto the main arc of Batman chasing the villain. This seems like the whole thing is about him getting through the catharsis of loss. That's what it looks like to me anyway. There's a lot of him kind of like looking very depressed, and he's grown his hair out. He's not really taken on the Bruce Wayne persona very much, which they spoke about in the reviews anyway. It's more focus of him channeling his anger and his depression through this new kind of character of Batman. So I'm really interested to see that. I like the cast. The cast is wicked. Like Jeffrey Wright, you can't beat that. I think Andy Serkis is inspired casting, definitely, as Alfred. And even the little scar he's got in his eye, which is a really nice touch to Alfred having a military background, which hasn't got to say much at all. Like Paul Dano as the Riddler, loving Zoe Kravitz as Catwoman. I think Colin Farrell looks wicked as Penguin.
That was the surprising element to me. You know what I mean? Yeah, do you know what I mean? Like he doesn't.
Penguin.
You wouldn't even know that was Colin Farrell.
No.
Do you know what I mean?
No,
So,
makeup
yeah,
guy gets more for that.
yeah. Oh, 100%.
But yeah, that's kind of what I'm looking at the moment. Yeah.
Yeah.
So the trailer, I'll give it like a solid, probably 8 out of 10. I'm looking at right now.
And does it raise your excitement for the film?
Yeah. I think again that minor part I'm on the fence about. He could still surprise me. So yeah, bar that,
Cool.
I'm very invested.
Leon, let me put it to you, man. You've seen that trailer. We all saw it together, actually.
Saw the trailer.
What are your thoughts?
I was before the trailer. Actually, I was just like, nah, another Batman.
Yeah.
But I think the trailer excited me a bit.
Okay.
It was strange seeing Mr. Patterson.
Yes.
The original Mr. Twilight. Because, yeah, you know, it's just... sometimes you're not sold straight away. So he might prove me wrong.
Yeah.
Because I tell you who did that right in the beginning. Tom Cruise did that. When he first started doing action films.
Right.
Like, he went from...
Okay.
You know, and I was like... is Tom Cruise and look, he's killed it ever since.
Yeah. I'll give you that. Yeah.
I mean, so Robert Pattinson, I don't know. Like you, I'm on the fence. But it does look good. The cast, wickedly excited to see Andy Serkis in there.
Oh, man.
Like you said, that's just a little gem.
That was inspired casting.
Definitely.
Yeah.
So just to, you know, it just gives it that. Just gives it that. But in saying that, Robert in the Batman suit, he was believable.
He was.
He's got the face for it.
He was.
I don't know if he's got the brawn for it.
Wow.
But there's a bag of padding underneath Batman.
Well, we
know them ones.
Muscle suit.
What about also because we all spoke about it when we watched the trailer. There was a scene where you could see the back of supposedly Robert Pattinson with all the muscles from the back, but you couldn't see him from the front. And we all spoke about this. We were like, all the Hollywood guys, all the Hollywood actors that get in shape for these kind of films, they all want to let people know that, it's me.
I'm a hero. I look like
it's
one.
my face.
Yeah.
So why wasn't that shot done in a trailer that everyone's waiting for? So we speculated that it's not him, right?
I mean, in the trailer, it could be as well that Patterson and Matt Reeves as well doing the whole series take on Batman, because you never really saw Bale with his chest out, apart from when he does the push-up.
You did from the first one,
when he does
and then the third
push-up,
one.
Even that, it was like just shoulders.
But wasn't he when he was fighting in the League of Shadows in the first one as well? Didn't he have?
It's when he's on the totem poles and he drops down to the push-up.
Right.
But not only that, he's known for extreme weight loss, weight gain, training. Like he's methodical
because
with what he does.
You're right, because when he did Batman, he was coming off The Machinist.
And
he was like 60-something kilos.
Up
to like
bro,
90 plus.
And he was on the edge of death.
Literally,
and you wouldn't have made it.
His diet was literally, he said, coffee and apples.
Yeah, and then after he did The Dark Knight, he went that war movie he did where he played the refugee or the guy that got basically held in internment camp.
Oh, I know the one you're talking about.
And he dropped back down again to like 50-something kilos.
Crazy,
then jumped back up again for Dark Knight Rises. So,
I don't, you know what? In all honesty, I'm not one for. I don't think it's a good idea.
I don't think so. It's not healthy.
It's not healthy. Especially if it's way above what you're supposed to be or way under what you're supposed to.
Yeah.
I mean, fluctuating.
Usually when they're putting on muscle, you could say it's quite healthy because they give them time to train.
They're under supervision.
Obviously, they're taking the naughty vitamins.
Broccoli and chicken.
Injectable broccoli and chicken.
I speak as the smallest person on this podcast. They're weighing a total of 80 kilos. I do broccoli and chicken. I'm not going to be putting on this size, even if I try. This is mainly genetics, to be fair. He was born like a tree.
He was.
But I'm no stranger to the Sawzall.
And like, as he knows my feelings on it, but like, I'm tiny. Even when I eat as healthy as I can do without my, my chef that can pay me like most actors will have. I'm not putting on that size that quickly. So I'm gonna put that there.
So then I would say, I would ask you then, Leon, does this trailer make you more excited for the film?
Yeah.
It does.
Yeah, it does.
Okay.
It does.
So pretty much-
I'm optimistic.
Yeah.
So like you, about 7.5, 8 out of 10.
Yeah.
For the trailer.
So the trailer has basically done its job. 'cause
It
that's the
sold
job,
it to
that's
me.
the job
Yeah,
of the
it
trailer,
sold it to me.
right?
Yeah.
To make your excitement. John Campia always talks about this. Big up John Campia. The job of a trailer is to always take your excitement and take it higher.
Yeah.
If it doesn't do that, it didn't do its job.
Yeah.
So in that respect, I agree with you,
Yeah.
Took, entirely. It definitely made me more excited to see the film. I kind of detected a little bit of Christopher Nolan-ish tones in there.
Yeah.
But
Also
again,
the
it's huh?
Also, the Punisher, funny enough. Remember the Punisher, the one,
Oh,
because it had that very dark,
yeah,
gritty,
yeah,
the whole way
yeah,
through. I didn't like
yeah,
the film. It was not.
yeah,
wasn't great film.
yeah,
The Punisher was
yeah,
over.
yeah.
What was it called?
Was that the one with Ray Stevenson?
Yeah, that one. The trailer looks similar to that.
Yeah.
You know, the mood of it, the tone of it, the color grade, the whole lot. Even the bit where he's walking down the tunnel, he's getting hit with ridiculous amounts of AK-47.
Is it Punisher Warzone?
Yeah, that was it.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Even though the film was crap. But yeah.
But that's the vibe.
Yeah, definitely. I'm not sold on Robert. Listen, Robert. So I've watched a few of Robert Pattinson's films since he came off of Twilight, and I was talking to Damien about this a while ago. And he's done a lot of independent films. And he's a really good actor. I can't front.
You can't knock him.
He's a really good actor. So for me, it's not about Twilight or anything like that. My thing, and you guys have got the same beef, I'm guessing, right?
Yeah.
My thing is, and it touches on what we were talking about with the whole physique shot and them showing the back of him, was that he's a lazy so-and-so when it comes to working out for a part.
Yeah.
Because everyone, if you know, and you know what I'm talking about. If you don't know, well, brace yourselves. During the pandemic, when there was a lockdown, Robert Pattinson's trainer gave him a Swiss ball and one dumbbell, not a rack of dumbbells, one dumbbell, and said, do these workouts. Not even two.
Man couldn't even lie down and do a chest.
Well, right.
Right.
So you're limited to what you can do with one dumbbell, right?
Diamond push-ups, and you can do goblet squats. You know?
Right. So Robert Pattinson then went on a tirade about why do I have to work out? Why do actors have to work out? James Dean didn't have to work out. Blah, 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 blah. Being a lazy git. Let's just get it right. Yeah? You're getting paid millions of dollars to do a role. You're getting paid room and board. You're getting your trainer paid for. Like what in what planet that wound me up. It wound a lot of people up. Wound you guys up. I know that. Like,
well, not like you.
Yeah, probably not. Probably not.
This animated.
Probably not. But you guys know when I get a little bit pissy. But it's just that a lot of actors like ourselves would kill for that opportunity. Like literally, we would do it for free. Like if we had all our expenses paid for, we would do that for free. I lie.
I mean, this is something that Matt Damon, funny enough, quoted about. He said, "How can you be? It's almost an overindulgence, something like that." When he did, it was after the last Bourne film, but when he did the rugby one, where he played the South African rugby player.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. I know the one you're talking about.
And he got in shape for that. He said, like, how I can't remember what the term he used, but he said, how fair is it that we literally get paid to work out every day? We've got our own personal chef. He said, this is an indulgence. He says, like, when do you get to do this? It's a huge ego boost. But when do you get that time? Like, people are lucky if they get time to go to the gym an hour a week. Some people.
Yeah.
Or get to eat.
Yeah, or get to eat.
Have a chef and get to eat well.
Exactly.
And this is kind of like my big argument. It's like, and we're not saying that acting has to be about the aesthetic. It's not. It's about what you put on screen and how much you're in the character, and if the audience get that and they take something from that. But when you do a superhero movie and the budget is put up to ridiculous amounts and there's independent movies screaming out for budget, and you're paid a certain amount, and part of that role is you have to get in shape. You're given the time to get in shape. Some of them, as we know, are given certain materials to get in shape. And you're given the best personal trainers, the best chefs. What else is it that is too much of a drag to do? And it's like, we're not saying that you have to look like Thor, but
because that ain't gonna happen.
Because that ain't gonna happen. But at the same time, it's like, just put the effort in. It's like, like, it's good for you. For one, Stella Adler talks about this in The Art of Acting. You need to have a good body that works for you, that's in shape and fit.
Because that's your instrument.
It's your instrument as well as your mind. Right. Now, if you're getting paid to have an Adonis body for a few months. Screw it, indulge.
Right.
It's for the damn film. You're not
Right.
going to be walking around on the beach as Batman, you know, drinking martinis. No, there'll probably be one quick shot of you walking past the dark mirror,
Right.
looking all kind of like, you know, vengeful. Done. That's it. So yeah, I had a bit of a gripe with that.
Yeah, I had a lot to do because listen, I lived that lifestyle for a little bit when I was a professional boxer. All I was paid to do was train and eat, and I friggin' loved it. That was a dream to me. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
and when
yeah.
obviously when that went, you know, I was a bit down in the dumps. So because that's a dream to me. That's a dream for a lot of us because we're all heavily involved in the gym, martial arts, keeping in shape, and to get paid to do that is a friggin' dream.
And not even from that aesthetic, like just movement. It's like
Yeah,
if he wanted to do
yeah.
the fight sequences and make because he talked in the DC fandom about, you know, the fight scenes are grueling. I'm like, okay, I want to know if you're saying that, how much of the choreography did you do?
Yeah,
Because if you didn't bother getting in shape that much, don't tell me you're on set winging punches, making them look credible.
Right.
Because if you're not
right.
getting your movement down, then you didn't train that much at all.
Exactly.
But the thing
Exactly.
is, see, with the Batman thing, you can get a stunt
get-
double
yeah,
in
yeah,
there.
yeah.
You can.
You
Then
can.
if he was four,
yeah,
or if he
yeah.
was like anybody else.
Yeah,
I had this conversation with
it's true.
Anarchist, yeah, so that's
Yeah, you were right, exactly. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It does temper my excitement slightly for this film. But saying that, as you guys quite rightly pointed out, it's got a friggin' tremendous cast.
Yeah.
Zoe Kravitz looks great as Catwoman.
Yeah.
Colin Farrell, you don't even recognize him as the Penguin. Paul Dano is inspired casting again as the Riddler because that guy doesn't get enough praise.
No.
Jeffrey Wright as Commissioner Gordon, great choice. That guy for me is underrated, and I say that everyone knows he's a great actor.
And if you don't believe it, go watch Shaft as well.
Go watch Shaft.
Go watch Shaft.
You've seen Shaft, right? He's the
People's Hernandez. That's what I'm gonna say.
And
You
people,
got me Pipples, man. Pipples.
The way you finish.
yeah, bro. He made that film for me.
Yeah.
He made that film for me.
yeah.
That's what. To this day, I've not watched the second Shaft. I'm not interested in it.
no.
I'm not interested in it because Jeffrey Wright's not in it. You know what I mean?
Pipples is not in there.
You know what I mean?
If you can put Samuel Jackson and Christian Bale in a film, and the person you talk about afterwards is the third character, that's when you know you've got the screen.
Yeah,
So,
exactly.
No, he did.
Exactly.
He robbed the show.
He stole it.
It could have been about
He
him.
stole it.
It could have been.
I would have preferred that. I would have been fine literally about his
The
character.
film should have been called Peoples. It should have. It should
People's
have.
Hernandez and Shaft.
You know what I mean?
Well, Buster Rhymes in that.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
As the dirty
He's a
driver,
driver.
Yeah, man.
scumbag.
You know what I mean?
He was rocking the belly in that too. I was out of shape.
He was out of shape in that. He was. Yeah. He's getting in shape now, though. But we digress. But yeah, I again, and Andy Serkis, who I have worked with.
Jealous as hell.
As Alfred, that casting for me is just spot on.
That's the
spot
icing on the cake.
Yeah, man. And Matt Reeves directing. You know, love Matt Reeves as director. So I kind of feel like it raises, you know, despite Robert Pattinson being in there, it makes me still excited for this film.
Yeah.
And I've got very high expectations for this film.
Could they have brought back Michael?
Oh, wow.
Peter Sarsgaard's in it as well. There's a lot of small parts you don't realise what the actors are. Peter Sarsgaard's in it. That young kid who's on Matthew McConaughey, I forget his damn name. He's been on a lot recently. He's also one of the commissions. There's like loads of bit parts which you didn't expect the actors to be. They're high caliber actors.
What was you gonna say?
Could they have brought back Michael Caine as Alfred?
I think he's too old, man.
No, but it wouldn't have worked though.
You don't think so?
No, because they want a more capable Alfred, didn't they?
Yeah, one of them I kept up with too because it doesn't work because you've already switched in once already with Batman vs Superman when you've got say William Dafoe. It's not William Dafoe. It's
Jeremy Irons.
Jeremy Irons.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Jeremy
Jeremy Irons
Irons.
in there.
They used him.
Yeah.
So basically, if they use it once they've changed
The cast.
they have to change all of them. So then when they move on to another one, they won't use the old one. Do you know what I mean? It's only very rarely, as we are seeing with the new Spider-Man film. But that's all to do with the multiverse. So that's why they're bringing all of the old ones back in.
Because this is going to be a new Genesis all over again.
So
Yeah,
are they going to
exactly.
do a couple now?
Yeah.
And it's going to be Robert, and it's going to be Andy.
Okay.
Yeah, this is like a continuation.
Yeah.
Until it moves on again.
They'll probably do about a trilogy at least, and
Okay.
then we'll see where it goes from there. So I think the general consensus is trailer good. We're looking forward to the film.
Yeah. Long story short.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yep.
Okay.
So let us know what you think. Did you watch the trailer? If you did, what did you think of the trailer? Did it raise your expectations for the film? And what did you think of the casting? We know it's a great ensemble. So what did you think of that? Please drop us some comments down below and let us know your thoughts.
Or did you hate it?
Let us know that too.
Buff?
Yeah, probably not.
Probably not.
Anyway, let us know. Right. If you're wondering about the smile on my face, Leon's just said some funny shit. So.
Yeah.
Anyway.
We can recap that too.
We move.
Yeah. So our next topic is the fact that most, if not all, of the Disney slate has been delayed. Yeah. So fill this one, please, Damien. Why has it been delayed?
Yeah, what's going on?
Yeah.
So the main argument, and Campia kind of touched on this as well, is that it's been shifted mainly because of the knock-on effect of COVID. So as with every other film right now, things have been pushed back. Why Disney have made this much of a delay? There's only one film that's affected in a major way at the moment, but why they've made this much a delay, I generally think is just down to looking at the current revenue stream of how box office is going. And then because when you look at the films that have been moved and where they've been moved to, it actually does make sense. So for instance, Thor was originally pitched in May for next year. Love and Thunder, that's now moved to July. Doctor Strange, which was originally going to be in March, I think, has now been moved to 4 slot in May. Wow. So basically, like, they're all holding slots that they already had anyway. So basically, where 4's been moved to the summer. Doctor Strange's been moved up. Now that actually benefits Doctor Strange because it hits in May, which is always a good month to have.
Yeah. Summer.
Yeah. Thor moves forward to July, so it's going to hit the summer as well. Big time.
Yeah. Summer holidays as well. Yeah.
And it's better than the last 4 release, which was in October, Ragnarok. It's better than that. And then whatever. And then Black Panther. Now Black Panther was the one that initially I was like, right, they've shafted this movie, but I went back and looked at the original release of the first one. It's February, the first one.
Black, because the US Black History Month. Sorry, I was confusing myself because we got Black History Month October here, but they got it February. No, I never understood that one. But anyway.
But now, originally, I thought they would shafting the first Black Panther by making it in February. But then when you go back and look at how well it did, Black Panther literally hit 200 million in its first weekend, which it smashed every single box office record in February. And the nearest one to that was Deadpool, 130 million. So it was a 70 million increase on that. And before that, it smashed 50 Bales of Hay, which was like 80 million. Well, that's 50 Shades or whatever.
So what? 50 Bales of Hay?
That's what that film is to me. It's 50 Bales going past the screen very slowly. I've got no interest in that film whatsoever.
You're not female, so that there you go.
I've got no interest. So it's the female audience that like it. It's not my cup of tea.
Exactly.
Keep rocking up like that. It's not really my thing.
Do you know, just going off at a tangent, do you know that one time, I saw a picture of a screening of that film. People have just left the cinema and someone left a friggin' half a cucumber there. So you know what was going on.
I'm hoping they're having a good diet. That's what I'm going to say. I don't want to...
Yeah,
maybe that was instead of popcorn.
Well, let's keep it PG-13 for the little chillins. But that film brought out the freaks. Let's just say that.
What about Indiana Jones?
So Indiana Jones, that's been moved by a year. Now,
what the heck?
That one is
he even going to be alive?
I was about to say that. Has Harrison Ford got another year in him?
Well, this is
how old is Harrison Ford?
79.
79.
Wow.
This is the running joke among them. That's what they're saying because the way Bob Chapek's been running Disney, like they're waiting for him to die, so like they get more revenue.
Yeah.
He's
for
dead.
real.
Release the movie posthumously. Whatever you phrase it.
Mate.
Just quickly though, is there room for another Indiana Jones?
I don't understand why they're making this one.
I don't. The last one didn't do well. Like,
I've never watched the last one.
The Crystal Skull.
I've never watched it.
Fan.
Really?
No.
And that was a surprise because most people were.
Up until the one with Sean Connery.
I like that one.
That
The
was
third
really
one.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't beat Raiders of the Lost Ark, Temple of Doom.
Oh yeah. I watched Temple of Doom the other day. Actually.
Right. Classics, absolute
Yeah.
classics. I don't know. I don't know.
I haven't watched the fourth one, but from all accounts, what Damon just
I
said
wasn't
it.
a huge fan.
No, a lot of people weren't huge fans.
Don't
of
get
it.
me wrong. I am a massive Harrison Ford fan.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
huge.
yeah,
That's my
yeah,
childhood
yeah,
icon
yeah,
right
yeah,
there.
Fugitive, current present day.
Yeah. Wicked
you know.
actor, wicked actor. But
Han Solo, baby.
yeah, that too. But
Han
I mean,
Solo.
why, this is why sometimes a lot of people feel like there's not a lot of original cinema being made, even though that's not strictly true. In fact, original cinema is being made more now than any time in Hollywood's history. You only have to go back.
Yeah.
It's just that a lot of people don't support it, right? But when you're hearing things like Indiana Jones 5, you know, with a 79-year-old man, who, to be fair, he's in quite good shape for 79. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But still, you're 79, bro. Like, you know, you're doing an action movie at 79. Actually, let me not be ageist here, because you know what? If you can rock it, you can rock it. But even the franchise of Indiana Jones, like the fourth one, from all accounts, was crap.
Well, that was supposed to be a passing the torch because it was supposed to be that Shia LaBeouf was taking over because he was the new Indy.
Thank God that didn't happen.
Oh, thank God.
You know what I mean? He is a good actor, but he's a bit funny in the head, and also I do not want to see him as Indiana Jones. I thought they were passing the torch at one point because they did mention. Do you remember the first of the reboot of this Jurassic Park with Chris Pratt?
Yes.
That would work.
It would.
What, Chris Pratt?
I can sell
Yeah.
Chris Pratt. I can sell Chris Pratt.
Do you know what I mean?
I can
But
sell that.
they
I can
did
sell
a little
that.
harking towards. Do you remember that he went through one door? He was escaping a dinosaur, and his hat fell over.
yeah,
and then
and
he
he
grabbed
grabbed
it,
it,
and they were
yeah.
paying homage to that because, and that's when they were talking about he might be
Mm.
the next Indiana Jones, and nothing came of that. And I was like, that's something I would like to see.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
He could do it.
Yeah, he could.
do
He
it.
could.
With a different twist. So he's not trying to be Harrison Ford.
Yeah, and he wouldn't. to
No,
be fair.
but he's doing him.
Yeah,
His take on it.
yeah.
I think it would be good.
I would definitely be interested in that.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people would. But I just feel like, the franchise is a bit tired. They've gone back to Nazis as well.
Yeah.
Have they?
It's all about Nazis again. I think there's time travel involved though.
Is there?
Something like that.
Time travel?
Yeah, because John Campion touched on it. He saw some set photos, and the set photos didn't quite correlate with the times. It seems that way anyway. Well, obviously, it's a guess.
Yeah.
But that's going on about Indiana Jones. What do I feel about the whole thing moving? I don't know. What do you feel? What do you think?
What, about it being delayed?
All these movies being delayed.
It is what it is. There's going to be more films. There's other, like, it's not going to change my life, is it? Like, do you know what I mean?
You're waiting for these films.
I'm waiting for these films, but I'm waiting for Black Panther.
Yeah, I want to see Black Panther too.
That's something I'm really keen on. And
what about Thor? Thor 4.
you know what? I'm not massive Thor.
Really?
I'm
I
more
wasn't
Indiana
into
Jones than Thor.
Wow.
Like, and that's being honest.
I wasn't a Thor fan until Ragnarok. Ragnarok changed it for me.
Yeah, I think it
The
did.
tone-
It did for a lot of people.
Yeah.
definitely.
It did.
Yeah.
It did. But yeah, I'm not huge. I'm not huge on Thor.
Okay. But let's see. You touched on a few of them. So the film, the Disney has. This is Variety, by the way. Disney has delayed release plans for several upcoming films, including Doctor Strange: The Multiverse of Madness. I really wanted to see that. So that's gone from March to May, as you said. Thor: Love and Thunder, May to July. Black Panther: Wakanda Forever, July to November.
One of them.
The Marvels has been postponed till early 2023. And Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania. I really wanted to see that.
You know what? I really like Ant-Man.
That's what I'm saying.
I really like that Ant-Man.
because I'm a big fan of Paul Rudd. I
Yeah.
really like
he's
Paul
a good
Rudd.
actor. He's good.
So that's been bumped from February 17th to July 28th, 2023.
Some of these.
What, the
Yeah,
Ant-Man?
yeah.
That's bum.
Which then begs the question: is that because obviously the villain of that film is Jonathan Majors' Kang the Conqueror, who was in Loki.
Right.
So is that going to now lose momentum? Because, you're leaving that. Is it going to make it lose momentum? What do you think?
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
No.
I mean, it's a
Okay.
few months. I'm like, as you mentioned earlier, then, like, I'm just like, you know what? You got to wait a few months. It's not like you're waiting for food.
Yeah.
No, I get you. I get you.
I'm excited and I want to see it now.
Yeah.
But
I can wait.
I can
Yeah,
wait.
but I think some people it might quell their excitement and for the film. Like I said, like Kang the Conqueror, who's been played by Jonathan Majors. He did a fantastic job of it in the last episode of Loki. The last two episodes of Loki's. Don't worry, I'm not going to give her any spoilers. But the point is that he killed it. So when everyone saw him as that, everyone was looking forward to him being in Quantumania.
Yeah. Okay.
And now that's being delayed. Are people still going to be looking forward to it?
I think they'll build up again. It will just build up because it's a campaign. Remember, it's a campaign.
They'll thread it in something.
Yeah.
First of all, you'll see everything on TV just before it's coming, and then they'll build it up, and then he'll start doing his touring and selling the film.
Listen, it's Kevin Feige's fronting it. Kevin Feige's a frigging genius. So let's get it
as,
right. You know what I mean?
as.
So
I'll tell you the one that interests me.
Whatever he touched turns to gold.
When Black Panther 2 comes out, it comes out a week after The Flash comes out.
Right.
That to me is almost like DC, we kicking your butt. That's the way I look at it.
that's quite interesting.
We don't care about The Flash because we know this is going to kick the crap out of it. Because it's the Black Panther was the biggest independent.
Yeah, but you've got to remember, there's no Chadwick Boseman, and they're not recasting T'Challa.
Yeah,
that's caused a lot of. Even our friend Logan is not happy with that, as a lot of people are not, because they feel like, and I agree quite strongly actually that T'Challa was a central figure, and even though in the comics they've had his sister become Black Panther, he was still, and he still took over after that. Do you know what I mean? He's still a very central figure, and there's not a lot of strong black male presence in the MCU. Bar Falcon.
Well, you're about to get one with Mahershala, but
well, how long is that going to take? Do you see what I'm saying? Do you know what I mean? So, and even then, there's still not a lot. There's still not a lot.
There's not.
Kevin Feige, if you're watching this, Luke Cage,
right here. I've already promoted him 3 times on Twitter.
Luke Cage, Luke Cage. Anyway.
So this is the hard thing, like when you look at that, the hard thing about that is Boseman, like Snipes, held that role so well that I wouldn't want him to recast it this quickly, just because if you recast it this quickly, it's almost like it's not an insult, but it's like you're trying to forget what he did. Because I personally, if I was asked to play, like say for instance, it was Iron Man and he died, and then a year later, 2 years later, they cast me, I'd be like, I'm not taking this on. I wouldn't feel comfortable taking it on.
What do you think?
I would feel very comfortable.
Because 25 million.
Because I'm coming from the ghetto right now, and I'll take it on.
Right. In that respect,
if I never work again, I've got my 10 million or whatever they're willing to pay me. Yeah.
What? Okay, bro. All right. I was trying to pay respect to what I thought was an amazing performance.
But you can pay respect to it by giving an amazing performance. Because at the end of the day,
the money that
someone's
got
to do it. You know what I mean?
Well be me.
And I think, and I get where you're coming from. They didn't want to recast, but I'm wondering, was that Ryan Coogler's decision or was that Disney's decision? I'm not sure whose decision that was.
Listen, we had that conversation the other day.
We did, yeah.
About that, but also about Mahershala Ali in Blade. How much is it going to take for him to replace what Wesley did? Is he going to be accepted? Because even when he got announced, people were still going, he ain't getting a better Wesley.
Yeah, but I feel it's different when a man is still alive as opposed to when a man is dead. It's different. It's different.
I think he will do it justice.
No.
He's going to do it justice. I'm not
nobody.
No was no good.
Is Wesley Snipes.
Yeah.
Wesley Snipes is just Wesley Snipes.
Yeah.
In that, he's Wesley.
Yeah.
But he's not going to play it like Wesley.
I don't believe so.
He's gonna play it like him.
I
Yeah,
think-
Mercer is the best choice
He
you
is
could
a
have had.
quality actor.
In terms of acting, 100%.
100%.
Our problem
is the martial
is the
arts.
martial arts.
It's
Obviously,
martial
being martial artist.
Snipes.
That's something else.
Yeah.
Snipes. Well, this is what I'm saying. Snipes is a master martial
Yeah.
artist.
Yeah.
So you knew
What
it
he
was
was getting.
authentic.
Yeah.
What you were seeing on the screen was
He
authentic
has a
from him.
flair, a style. We'll go on a tangent.
Oh
because
yeah,
we can talk about Blade for hours.
Yeah, we've done.
Yeah.
We literally
Yeah,
have done.
we literally
many
many
times.
times.
And but yeah, I and this is where it comes in with Chadwick Boseman. I kind of feel that it wouldn't have taken away anything from Chadwick Boseman for them to recast
No.
T'Challa. I don't think it
No.
would have.
Okay.
And just to answer Damien's thing, I would do it too.
Yeah.
I would do it too.
I would do
But
it too.
you know, at the end of the day, I want to see where they go with it. I've got a feeling that they're gonna put Letitia Wright, who's Shuri, as the new Black Panther.
Yeah.
I personally don't agree with that because I don't feel she has the stature to be a Black Panther. I kind of feel if they give it to Okoye, who's the general,
Yeah.
Yeah,
That would
yeah,
work.
She's got the assertiveness.
that would definitely work 100%. But we'll see. Listen, Ryan Coogler knows what
Yeah.
he's doing.
Yeah.
So I'll leave it in his
Yeah, I
capable
trust
hands.
he's gonna make an informed choice.
Yeah. He hasn't failed yet.
He hasn't. So,
Frugal stage.
But like
Yeah.
you were saying before, I think Black Panther will go from strength to strength.
let's hope so.
No,
let's
I'm,
hope
I'm
so.
telling you.
Listen. With Chadwick Boseman,
Who wouldn't want to go and see it though?
but you see, this is the thing. A lot of people are checking out already because they know T'Challa's not being recast. So a lot of people have checked out.
But I think there will be, to Liam's point, I feel there will be the intrigue to see what they're going to do.
Yeah.
Well, I think. Do you know what I think was going to happen? You're right in that. You're right, but I feel it's going to happen in this respect. The reviews are going to come out, and if the reviews are good, then those
Then they'll go
people
see it.
are going to go
Yeah,
see it.
okay, yeah.
That's what I think. But yeah. So with all this all these Disney films being delayed, what are your thoughts? I mean, are you happy with them being delayed? Do you not give a damn? You know.
Don't we taking my line, man?
Oh yeah, I took his line.
Are they giving the finger to DC with the
Do
Flash
you even
release?
care? This man is like, welcome. Let's go. Da-da-da-da, running things. I got one little cry, you know. One thing I say. And he's trying to jack it from me.
Do you know what?
One little thing.
See, carry on, please.
Anyway,
Please.
please like if you like. Don't like if you don't. Leave a comment. I'll leave a comment next to yours.
Hold him to that, by the way.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Hold him to that, by the
There's
way.
been a few comments they...
Yeah, exactly. I've been replying as me. Yeah? Yeah, hold him to that. But
I'm replying now. Here I am.
I didn't get a reply from the first video.
Yeah, but that's you. I ain't replying to people I know. This guy.
anyway, please comment on the topic.
Yeah, we've done that.
Yeah. Anyway,
Yeah.
yeah, comment.
Next to your comment and all that.
Yeah.
All that.
Yeah.
Right.
Right. You want me to say now, rude boy?
What are you doing?
Yeah,
What are you doing?
the final topic.
No, that's not the final topic.
No,
actually.
I know. It's a
Okay,
joke.
Go on, bro.
See how controlling he is.
Me, you know.
No,
me.
Give me that piece of
Me.
paper.
Okay.
I want to hold the paper now.
Are you gonna be
Anyway.
the token white boy?
Yeah.
Token white boys checking
That
out
was
right
a
now.
joke, by the way.
Yeah.
Don't get triggered.
Million comments later. What did you say, man?
Right. So the question we're asking, do you need an agent to be a successful actor?
So this came up on. We thought it would be interesting.
Yeah, I thought it'd be interesting.
because it came up on John Campier's show a few days ago with his regular guest Erin Cummins, who's quite a well-known actress. She's been in Spartacus, and she's actually in the new King Richard movie with Will Smith.
Is she?
Yeah, she's in that. Yeah, she's doing really well. So big up Erin Cummins. But yeah, so basically a question came in, and the question was, what do talent agents do, and does an actor need them to become a successful actor? So we thought we'd give our take on it, being actors ourselves, and in various stages,
Trying to do a thing with no agent.
or having an agent, a good agent, and learning about agencies from this one. But anyway, please fill this one, Leon. What are your thoughts on this?
Well, it's funny you should ask.
Well, indubitably, sir. Yes, please,
No, well, obviously, coming into it, I didn't realise the magnitude of what's involved in, I want to be an actor. So, you know, what does that mean? Where do you go from there? I want to be an actor now. Where do I go?
Yeah, because all we knew was we was going drama, because we went to drama school together. We didn't know anything about the industry as such.
Nothing at all. Just knew that's what we wanted to do.
Yeah.
You know, blind to it all. And then this whole pay it forward.
Yeah.
Basically, Larry told me, you know, you have to start from small, working with the students.
Yeah.
And I believe it was called Casting Call Pro.
Oh yeah. Now Mandy.com.
Yeah, everyone had to sign up to casting. That was your like entry point. Yeah. That was entry.
Well, actually, for me, the entry point was Star Now, which is absolute garbage.
Star Now.
Yeah.
I don't think there's ever been a star from there.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
No, Star Now is just a rip.
Garbage.
Don't waste your money or your time with that website. No offense if you run Star Now.
Yeah.
No, definite offense if you run Star Now. Yeah.
You're making it back. You're fine.
You're making your money. Yeah. I'm gonna criticize. But anyway, so we tried.
So
So, you know, Casting Call Pro is what showed me
Yeah.
there are agents.
Right.
For example.
Right.
So at this point, I still don't know. So in a nutshell, I believe you need one. Well, I needed one, or I'd have just been lost at sea.
Yeah.
Long story short.
Yeah. Well, so the question was, what do they do as well? So what let the audience know what exactly do agents do?
Right, so basically, they can put you forward for things that you can't see, like the general public, we can't see. You have to be registered as an agent, you know, via, should we say?
On Spotlight?
On Spotlight? Yeah. Should we say?
For this country, anyway.
For this country, it's Spotlight.
You don't have to have an agent to be on Spotlight. That's
no, he's talking about the agents putting you forward for work.
Via Spotlight. Via Spotlight.
So they see things that, so when you have a Spotlight membership, basically you pay for it, but there are certain castings that only you get to see as an actor. Your agent will then get to see the other stuff behind the scenes. Which I didn't realise for 3 years of paying my membership that there was all this hidden.
I didn't realise.
And even then, what you taught me was even within that.
There's a next hierarchy.
Yeah, because depending on the agency that you're with, you'll get to see certain things from certain casting directors that others don't get to see. So it's a mindfuck. I'm sorry to swear, but it is. I'm sorry.
But what I found out is that it just trickles down when they can't cast for it.
Yeah.
So they might want, you know, a black actor with one arm and one leg. So they go to the top agents, can't find it. Then they put it out to everyone. Apply, tell your friend, you know, tell your mum.
Even Twitter.
Ask anybody. And it just goes down like that. And then all the top agents get it first. And if you've got a mediocre agent, they get a few trickles. And if you're lucky, you get something. But that's, you know, that's the state of affairs. You try and submit yourself. 9 times out of 10
on Spotlight, at least.
On Spotlight,
they ain't looking at that.
They're not looking at that. Like, who is this?
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, I shouldn't really let you talk too much on this subject since you schooled me and then I schooled Leon on this. But anyway, please enlighten us, Mr. Ashley.
Okay.
What does an agent, at least in this country, because it's a little bit different in America, not too much, but please enlighten us with what an agent actually does. Obviously, Leon touched on a lot of what it is. I know you have a few things to add. So, what does an agent do?
Well, just to kind of forward from there, with the whole paying it forward thing, I actually got mine from a dear late great friend, Jamie Adebayo, who basically schooled me on everything from agents, what we class as a tier system with them and everything else. So I've got to pay a lot of respect to him. But in regards to what agents do, it's it's if and for. When you're very, very first starting out, don't think you need one. That's my 2 cents in it. When you're literally straight out, where you just come out of drama school, even if you haven't been to drama school, and you've been going to workshops on the weekend, workshops in the evening, do you need an agent in this day and age at the starting process? No. Do you know why? Social media is your damn agent nowadays. That's just the be all and end all of it. I got in touch with Paul Haggis. For those who don't know who that is the person who wrote the Oscar-winning movie Crash. Through my Instagram page, I don't have many followers. He liked what I put up and just started following me. Yeah. This is a person who's A-list in the States. Literally because I put something about an independent film I was working on. That's how he got in touch with me. But bar that, if you're starting out, as Leon touched on, you go with casting call pro first, which is now mandy.com. Do the student films, get your show reel done. Get your experience on set. Don't pay someone for a note of your show reel. Just get some decent experience, get someone to do it for you, and then slowly start to put your show reel forward for agents. If you're in the drama school and you get the talent workshop where you get to invite agents in, then yeah, you're going to get all the big agents come down and view it. But if you're not going to have that opportunity, do your mandy.com, do it all yourself, do your show reel, and then start to look for agents. When you start to look for agents, don't get shysted, because we both got shysted with our first agent. I unfortunately recommended to him, which I shouldn't have done. But yeah, be very careful with who you go with, because there are a lot of sharks out there. There are a lot of people that will promise you the world, and they don't have it at all.
Oh, it's happened. It's happened.
Oh yeah.
Wow, you're so talented. I'm like, really? Thanks. I always knew that. Reality hit. No. As much as you think, even if you think you're that one. No, but I'm different. Everyone's actors, but I am different. There's something special about me. Boy, you soon find out. You soon find out. You go, when you go to a casting and it's like there's like 12 other people that look just like you.
I remember
someone's like, wait a minute, light skin, beard, my height. My build.
But then you go to enough auditions where you get friendly with her and he's like, hey, what
are you getting? Nothing.
Same as you.
You've been booklet? No. You know what I mean? That's when you realise you are not an individual. Whoever you think you are, there are 20 others right round the corner waiting to...
100%.
Yeah,
100%,
so...
20's being kind, because there can be like 500 if you literally
I'm just saying, these are the ones you see.
Yeah, on the regular.
Because you're in that little, within an hour, like 5 minute, 10 minute, 5 minute, So, for the whole day, there's just been a bag of Larrys walking in.
Yeah, man, seriously. But I mean, like, okay, so you've touched on kind of like what an agent does. And you did kind of touch on, in the beginning of the career, you don't really need an agent. As you go on, what are your thoughts about having an agent then?
Yeah, by that period, unless you strike it gold and you can run your entire career off of your social media, which
basically,
no one has done yet unless you're blooming Jake
A-list,
Paul.
One of those idiots.
Anyway.
And I'll happily take the fight for zero. I'd do it in car park. No, I won't. You've got to pay me first.
Definitely.
Yeah. But when you get to a certain caliber, then yes, get an agent. Because, as Leon said, the first thing you realise is with Spotlight, you pay your £159 a year for it, and all of a sudden these auditions start coming through. When you get an agent, you're like, hold on a second, you've got the same login that I've got. How are you? Oh no, wait a second, you've got access to all of this other gold that I didn't even see. Because at the end of the day, casting directors only have a certain amount of time to look for your show reel and to look for a certain amount of CVs. They will go to the agents first who they trust. It's a business relationship. The first thing they do is they're going to reach out to the top tier agents, whether it's United, whether it's close now, I'm trying to think of them, Troika, but they will reach out to people they've got a regular relationship with.
And
Narrow Road, which someone's with, like, big up his agent. He's getting ridiculous castings now. Well done, Rosie.
Yes, well done, Rosie. Well done. And just know that we're here, Rosie.
I'm coming back to acting. I'm teaching right now, but I'll be back to acting in a few years. So when I'm ready,
when you see that email come through,
and Tom Hardy's not available,
that's it.
Big up Rosie though. Big up Rosie.
Rosie.
Yeah.
But yeah, when you get like that agent, they are going to be putting you in front of people which you would have never had the chance to stand in front of people.
Yeah.
And you've experienced that
Yeah,
now. You're getting
big time.
regular castings with, casting directors you would never
top
have,
casting directors,
which you would never have been able to see.
Yeah.
Just because that, in all honesty, and this is unfortunately it is very much a worries me. I'm not in the right social circles, but they're not going to pay you to mind. Like me right now, they could care less who I am. They're not going to look at me. But when they've seen Larry 5 times through the door from his agent, they now ask for him to go to auditions. Because they keep him in mind. This is the thing you're thinking about. Your agent does become your opening door. That is what your agent is in a nutshell. And if you've got a decent agent and you've got a decent working relationship with them, then yes, it can be fruitful. As I mentioned before, if you've got one that's a shark when you start out, then you ditch that as quick as you damn can. Once you realise what they're really about, get rid of them. Because they're not there to build you. The thing is, your agent will want you to do well, because at the end of the day, you do well, they do well.
Yeah, of course.
It's it's a mutual relationship. So an agent when you get to a certain level is definitely a necessity. I don't think we're at the stage yet where people can build an entire career and be successful by themselves. It's slowly getting there with like influencers and stuff like that.
I still don't think it will get like you just touched on, to build a career. I don't think
someone will do it though.
There's
always that one oddity.
Yeah, but again,
it's going to be a rarity. It's always an exception. But it's not going to be the norm anytime soon.
Agents have always been there and they're here to stay. So let me give my take on things now. But listen, he's the reason why. Like I said, when we started, I met him at an audition. Years ago. How long ago was that?
2014.
Yeah,
so
something like that.
Years ago,
And we became fast friends.
About boxing.
And he started to fill me in on the hierarchy. So not only do you need to know about agents, but you need to know about the hierarchy of agents. So when someone says, "Oh, this agency is a top agency," you need to know why. And this is something Damien took his time to fill me in on. And again, like I said, it's really difficult to get your mind around it. But as you start to realize, okay, these are the agencies that I've got to aim for. But in the meantime, I can't go there because I didn't go to Lambda, I didn't go to RADA, which are the top drama schools, Central as well. So I've got to work my way up to these agencies. And this is what he relayed to me and I relayed to Leon. So when we were going on Casting Call Pro, we were doing work for free sometimes to get material to put on our show reel, which again this guy did for me.
Sometimes all of that.
Years of free work.
Please pay me.
This is the only profession, by the way, where you qualify and study and you do work for free. I never heard of doctors doing work for free after they've qualified.
No.
Nothing.
But there you go.
No.
So you go on Casting Call Pro. We did our free work and get showroom material.
I don't think it's easy working with students,
Oh hell no.
Because depending on the year that they're on and they're unorganized and it's all over the place. And
I edited one movie we did with students because what they edited was not good. So I took the rushes and edited myself.
Yeah, I remember that. And then basically you shop that to agents. Agents will get back to you and let you know, hey, yeah or nay. Usually a nay. I've had plenty of them.
Be prepared.
So basically, let me let you know how difficult it is to get an agent, and especially in the beginning. At that stage, when I was first looking for an agent, I sent out 80 emails to 80 different agents.
Same.
Right. I got back 3 replies. 2 of them was a no. So the rest didn't even bother replying. Nope. So get used to that. And the one that did reply gave me an interview, and I ended up going with that agent, but it was a very low tier agent. Then I ended up going with a next agent, which was a tier up, but as he recommended him to me, and it was a tier up, but we'll say no more about that.
It was swiftly a tear down.
Basically, it was like that bit of the cake where it looks good from the outside. This is coffee cake.
Exactly.
This is dry.
And then we got to another tier, which was quite fruitful. And then we finally got to where I am now with Narrow Road, who are a big, well-known agency, one of the top ones, if not the top, definitely up there with one of the top ones. And Rosie, my fantastic agent, who, you know, big up Rosie, salute you.
There you go.
Yeah, she's looked after me so well and looked after my acting career and has guided me along and will hopefully continue to do that. Yeah, it's been hard. It's been hard. I ain't gonna lie, and it's gonna be a long, hard slog to get an agent. So that's my journey into getting an agent and to getting a high tier agent who's now put me up for work with, you know, well-known casting directors all the time. You know, as Damien said, I'm being asked for by top casting directors now because I'm being seen all the time. Now, would I say that you need one at the beginning? No. Just like Damien said, just like Leon said, at the beginning, all you need to do is concentrate on getting work to get your showreel material and your CV up.
Yeah.
When you reach a certain level, and I can't tell you when that level will
You'll
be.
know when it is.
Right,
You'll
exactly.
know when it is.
You will know when that level is.
Like,
that's when you need to start reaching out to agents.
yeah. Sending off your show reel.
Yeah.
Here's what I've done. You know.
Right,
it's
right.
like,
But when you're looking at the top tier, it's a crapshoot. It's like Narrow Road. And you know this, this story well. I applied 3 times to Narrow Road and got rejected, and it's only on the 4th attempt that I got accepted. But Rosie was a new agent at Narrow Road looking for people to sign, and she already signed a friend of ours from drama school, Yinka.
yeah.
Big
yeah.
up Yinka.
Oh, Yinka.
Yeah, he knows Yinka as well, who recommended me to Rosie. So big up Yinka. And Rosie saw my material, called me in. We had a great interview, and she then decided to take me on. And the rest, as they say, is history. So you will know when it's that stage as well. You can take a lot of chances, but just be prepared for the rejection. Now, I would say in one thing that Erin Cummins did say on her answer was that if you're in a smaller market, so if you're not in London, you're not in LA, you're not in New York, you're in a smaller market, you might not need an agent because it's such a small market. Everyone knows you anyway, so you might not need an agent. I kind of see the logic in her. What do you think? If you're in a smaller market, because we all know London is a huge market, LA is a huge market, New York is a huge market. You need an agent.
A small market like where then?
Yeah.
For example.
Well, he's in any European country, for instance, or even she mentioned specifically Atlanta. Now, a lot of stuff gets shot in Atlanta, but in terms of actually hiring actors, there's not a lot of casting directors from Atlanta.
Does she have an agent?
Oh yeah, she does.
Right.
Yeah.
Because my argument would be a lot of stuff is shot in Atlanta, but where are they casting them from?
LA. So that's my point. So if you're based in Atlanta, you don't want an agent from Atlanta because you know the casting directors already. So you want an agent from LA or New York. So that's where she's coming at it from. Do you see what I'm saying?
So she's saying you still need an agent, but you don't have to have one.
But not from the small market.
Right. Okay,
Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, okay.
So if you're going to stay in that small market, then there's no point in you getting an agent. I kind of see the logic in that. But in a huge market like we're in LA and New York, you need an agent. If you're basically looking to make this a career, you need an agent. If you're wanting to do this as a hobby, probably not. You know what I mean? But who wants to? Well, anyway, there are some people who do that as a hobby.
Yeah.
But and just to touch on something, I won't go into it in detail, but an agent's job here is a little different from an agent's job in America. And I happen to have an agent and a manager in America, but I don't have a manager here. I just have an agent, and that's because the agents in the UK pretty much do the job of a manager as well, isn't it? Whereas in America,
you know more than this one.
well, you started me off on it.
He set the bar.
But in America, the agents and the managers both have they do intertwine, but they do have specific jobs they have to do. So basically the manager is there to promote you. Okay, they can submit you for work. But if you do get work through the manager, it has to go then through the agent to negotiate the terms.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? So it's a bit tricky in that market. But that's anything else to add?
No, that covers it. Yes. The answer is yes, you do need one, but
So,
not early on.
Not early on. But yeah, definitely if you're looking to make this a career.
To be a success,
yes,
you're going to need one.
Because let's be honest, have you heard of any A-lister that doesn't have an agent or never came through an agent system? Obviously, when you are an A-list, at that point, you don't need an agent because people offer you.
They'll ring you.
Yeah, exactly.
Send the script straight to your front door.
Yeah,
Like, okay.
but to get to that level, you need an agent.
Yeah.
So, So let us know if that was informative for you. I know a lot of the general public would like to know things like this, and obviously actors starting out would like to know things like this as well.
Actually, yeah. Well, just to add to that, if there is actors right now watching this, and you'd like some more advice on it, or just some more details about what we talked about in regards to get your show reel done, what you do out of drama school, what you do out of university, leave us a comment. I've spoke to many people on Facebook actors groups, and I've helped out a few actors up north just by giving them the same background I gave Larry. So again, it is a pay it forward atmosphere. So you can
or reach him on his Instagram, which
will be
Just say it.
Handles, yeah. So you've got Damien Ashley Damien Ashley at Twitter, Damien Ashley at Instagram, and it's just that.
Yeah. So we'll be doing that at the end anyway, bro. So
it doesn't matter.
But anyway, so leave us some comments down below. Let us know what you thought about all of this. And and if you want to get at us, ask some questions.
All right. The final topic, as Larry would say. Oh, final topic. The final topic.
Right on final topic.
With my paper. I'm gonna have the paper.
You see what I have to work with. You see what I have to work with.
It's one ready now.
Yeah.
Anyway,
the final topic is Venom. Some of us went to see it.
Some of us didn't.
Some of us didn't.
And who was that someone?
Someone had to work.
We don't?
Hear what I'm saying to you?
In fairness though, if I could have chosen to watch it at a different... No, wait a minute.
So it's Larry's fault now. Anyway.
This guy will not watch a film at 3 in the damn morning like this.
And I heard you dozed off for about a minute.
Well, because some of us work.
Right. Anyway, while they was watching it, I was working.
Yeah.
That's just it.
Yeah.
When we, the times didn't match up, so we couldn't do it.
Yeah.
But so they're gonna give spoiler alert.
If you haven't seen it.
Spoiler alert, yeah, just so you know. Yeah?
Where did that come from?
Well, you don't know about that song?
Where did that come from?
That's Rastaman tunes. When they're playing the tunes, it's...
Oh, yeah. Of course,
The man them that know.
All right.
I don't know if Damien knows.
It's kind of like you.
There's a token white guy commenting again, and I can't see myself out with the couch.
The last thing he listened to was what? Snow in Farmer?
Oh, motherfucker!
No, I'm joking. But anyway, Venom.
I was defending you. I ain't defending you now.
Yeah, don't defend him. You don't need defending.
So anyway, we saw the movie.
Yes, we saw the movie. Yes. Anyway,
Ebony and Ivory. And the one in between.
Yeah. So we went to spoiler alert. This is going to be a spoiler review. He doesn't mind sitting through a spoiler
because I'm still going to watch it.
Yeah,
I'm still excited.
He's like me. He's pretty much.
Yeah,
I don't really care.
He's going to see it like 4 more times anyway.
Yeah. Well, I actually went and saw it again today. So, no, I didn't.
You did.
I'm
a little bit upset. We go to I'm done.
Anyway.
Right. So, spoiler review of Venom 2, Let There Be Carnage, starring moi.
Wait. Starring moi.
Okay, I appear in a damn film.
I mean, he was in
If
there.
you blink, you might miss him, but he's in it. No, he's in it.
If you blink twice, you might miss it.
Yeah. Or if you doze off for the 30 seconds, you might miss it. Like, them.
Once he saw his part, then even as he was like, I'm seeing myself, I'm done.
Yeah.
Oh man, it was literally for 1 minute I fell asleep. But, anyway,
let me say,
I didn't miss much.
It's still a great achievement
Thank you.
to be
Thank
in
you.
Venom.
Thank
If
you.
you're
Yes.
in it for 1 second, 10 seconds, 2 minutes.
If you literally just walk past the screen, that's
Yeah.
And let's truth be told, I was very recognizable. You've
Yeah.
all seen the clip.
Yeah.
He's
it's-
actually, if you
it's-
check out on YouTube now, there's a clip where they literally film
on Joe
the
Blow.
feature yours,
Yes. So
Yeah.
It was a fantastic experience. It's been directed by Andy Serkis as well. It's
I'm set
You
with
know?
Naomi Harris.
she's so nice.
Naomi,
So nice.
I'm free whenever there is a film where you need a token white guy. I am free. I am free.
But anyway, let's get to this review. Yeah.
Right. So your ratings first of all.
Right, I rate this. What did we say? A solid 8.5.
Yeah, like an 8.5.
We thought it was better than the first Venom.
Yeah.
And I
really like the first Venom.
Yeah.
Okay.
He liked it, but not as much.
I had technical issues with the first one.
Yeah,
So
and I
the
get,
first one-
I get it,
Yeah.
because the CGI fight at the end was a complete
I
mess.
just thought it was.
And that's one thing they did. Yeah, they did fix that in this.
Yeah?
Yes.
They
righted the
final.
wrongs.
Yeah, definitely. The final
Yeah.
fight between Carnage and Venom, it was spot on. It
Yeah.
was spot on, and it was done really well.
Yeah.
I think, as Damien pointed out in the straight out of the theatre review that we did, Andy Serkis had a lot to do with that, because he's a motion capture guy.
Yeah, that's his thing.
That's his thing.
So
And he did I saw an article where he mentioned that he used the movement of a scorpion to replicate Carnage, which you can kind of see when he was coming out with that tentacle from the behind and all of that. So it fantastic film. Now get into the meat of it.
Right, wait.
What?
So Tom Hardy.
Yeah.
A+ performance.
As always.
As
always.
Yeah.
Okay, you want to? Okay. Cool.
Just
Yeah,
getting into
I
the
did
vibe.
this on the way
So
here.
Tom Hardy in the first one, loved him.
Yep, second one. That's actually the best thing about this, actually talking about that.
Yes, we mentioned that, didn't we?
Because as you guys know, if you've seen the first one, Tom Hardy obviously does the voice for Venom as well, so he gets the duality of both roles.
Right.
They literally have so much fun with this one, which you could tell it was tapered back a bit in the first one, but this one they go full hawk on the relationship between Brock and Venom, and that's the highlight of the film for me.
It really is.
Yeah.
Their relationship.
They make them seem like a married couple.
It is.
Because it started off like that in the first one when it's like, oh,
Well,
we do this.
it
What
ended
we
up
gonna
like
do
that.
now?
It
What we
ended
gonna
up
do
like
now?
that.
And they were like close brothers almost.
It was literally a marriage. Because
There
there's
are-
a scene. Do you remember the scene when they're in the house and then they're brocking up each other?
Spoiler again.
We've
we
already
did
done
it
that.
again,
So
but
anyway.
Yeah,
So
so
they're
there's a
brocking up
fight.
each other. There's a fight between Venom and Eddie Brock in the house, and they're like literally beating each other up. And then Venom gets the better of Eddie Brock, obviously, and he's like, get out, remember?
Yeah.
And he starts, go on.
There's a bit like, you know, in those stereotypical films where you see the upset wife will like get the most expensive thing that the husband owns and throw the shit out on the street. So basically Venom's like threatening him with the TV. He's like, it's going to go, and just it goes out onto the floor. And Tom Hardy's like, it's brilliant. That whole thing, it just sets the tone for the relationship.
It really does.
So is that quite early on?
Yeah, that
like
is early on.
The first 25
Yeah,
minutes.
yeah.
Even then, like the initial scene, like is literally just Venom having fun with him. There's a bit in the toilet where he's talking to him about what he should be doing, and there's a woman sat in a cubicle next to him. She's listening.
Yeah, she's listening. Yeah, she's thinking,
"You're not listening to me, Eddie." And he's just like, "Let me talk." And it's just this whole the dynamic, the back and forth. It's very good.
I feel like Stephen Graham. He's good in whatever he does, but I feel like his character wasn't put to the forefront as much because I think they're saving him for the next one.
You think so?
And you can see it from the end because he had that glow in his eye.
Yeah.
Do you remember?
But in saying that though, I was actually surprised at how much he was in the film because I initially didn't think he was going to be that integral to it. Because when I saw the trailer,
when I found, because obviously for everyone, I'm a comic book head. I've been reading Marvel comics since I was yay high. There were both of these guys.
Was you ever yay high though?
he was born this size.
we were yay high.
Yeah.
This brother come out at 6'4".
He was born my size. Yeah.
Oh man, but yeah, I've been. These guys know the only guy that can beat me in comic book knowledge that we all know is Michael Adji, comic book connoisseur. So yeah, I as soon as I knew he was playing Detective Mulligan, I knew straight away that he was going to be integral to not just this film, but the film coming afterwards, because that he gets the symbiote toxin in him, and you see that at the end of this film with his eyes. I don't know how they did that because we didn't see any other symbiote. But obviously they'll probably explain that in the next film. But
it'll all come out in the wash, man.
Yes. So, but yeah, obviously big up to Stephen Graham each and every time. Smashes it out the
Stephen
park.
Graham?
Smashes it out the
Another
park.
hero.
Yeah.
Another hood hero, cult hero.
Yeah, 100%.
Stephen Graham.
Yeah. What do you think of Naomi Harris's character?
See, this is the thing. This is the hang up that we had, right? So the dynamic of, you can tell they put a lot more time into Brock and Venom in this one, which works.
Which they had to.
Yeah. My main gripe was, you've got someone of Naomi Harris's ability, someone of Woody Harrelson's ability, and as a couple pairing, bar the contrast and the comparisons you make to Natural Born Killers.
Natural Born Killers, yeah.
Bar the dynamic of that, I didn't think they gave them a lot to work with. They seem to have the second bits of the script, which no one injected a lot of time into. And I don't mean any dismissiveness to the script writers, but there was a lot of work, for me, it seems to be put into Venom and Brock's relationship and that dynamic. Even so much Michelle Williams, I think her character was a lot more pushed and well written in this one than she was in the last one. Because I think her relationship with Venom in this one is actually quite comical.
With Venom, that's true.
Which she didn't have in the first one.
Yeah.
And they pushed that. Even, was it Peggy Lou, who plays Miss Chen?
Yes.
She's brilliant. It's like the little moment she's got.
Well, there was a scene in there where Venom is inside her and talking to Michelle Williams' character.
Okay.
Because she goes to get, because that's when they find out that Cletus Cassidy has the Carnage symbiote in him.
Right.
And is wreaking havoc. He's escaped prison and he's
mashing up
the place.
And Venom's left Brock. He's like, oh, I'm done with you. We're broken up.
He leaves it. But everyone that he goes into, they're not a match. So after a while he has to come out because they all drop on the floor. They can't take the symbiote. Like the first one, remember that? The first one. So he manages to get into the shop. And then he enters Mrs. Chen.
Because he's dying to get back, because he misses
Eddie. He misses Eddie. So then Michelle Williams comes in, and she, for some reason, she's got this innate sense of when he's around, isn't it? And then she knew kind of like he was there. And then Mrs. Chen all of a sudden gets Venom's eyes. And it starts chatting.
Flirting.
Yeah.
And it's like Michelle Williams starts flirting Mrs. Chen as Venom. And the scene's hilarious because the way that she's playing, she's like, oh, it's Venom, I always like you.
Strong. And he's like, it's Mrs. Chen,
It's surreal, but
it's mad because then Dan, her fiance, he's like, I'm standing right here. He's watching them flirt. He's like, I'm standing right here. He's like,
we don't care, Dan.
We never liked you, Dan. It's wicked, bro. It's wicked. So that scene killed it. So it's Mrs. Chen, she smashed it.
But to touch back on that, I think Woody Harrelson and Naomi Harris, I think they got a little bit underserved with the script.
I didn't buy the chemistry.
No.
They were supposed to be loves from when they were young and they were in an asylum together. And I just didn't buy that. I didn't get it from them. No,
and it's not that the performances are bad, because the performances are good. They do well what they have.
Yeah.
But that's it. They do well with what they have. There wasn't enough meat there for them to work with. And they literally played the top game with the bits they had to work with.
I kind of feel like the runtime didn't help with that.
No.
But you know what I mean? Because they had to, which it helped the film generally in pacing.
The pacing was awesome.
It was wicked. But I feel to tell their story, it didn't help with that.
No.
Do you know what I mean? Because it was only a 90-minute film. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
they kind of felt like side villains as opposed to like Venom felt like, so Carnage felt like the main villain aesthetically, but when it came to like threading them into it, they just kind of felt like side characters, which I thought was a shame. Because I've been a Harris fan literally since like back in 28 Days Later.
Oh, she's fantastic. She's fantastic.
So
it's really nice, but I can't say it enough. Being on set with her was so good. She was busting joke with us. She didn't have to do that. Do you know what I mean? She's an A-lister. Like, come on, man. You know what I mean? So,
and you was just any riffraff.
Yeah. Well, in that sense, I was. You know what I mean? So yeah, man, it's fantastic.
There you go.
Speaking of cast, actually, I've got a bone to pick. Amber Sienna. Who are you? And how the hell are you turning up on IMDb as the third person in all these movies. Apparently, you're the third person in the new Batman movie.
Yeah.
Apparently, you're the third person in Venom.
And you're uncredited, isn't it? She's got uncredited roles. So how does that work?
Your performance as the waitress number 2.
Did you even see her?
No, that's what she's credited as, the waitress number 2. But you're a Playboy bunny apparently. So I struck you off with a 0 performance.
Anyway.
Whoever your publicist is, I'd like to know.
Actually, they're doing a good job. Yeah, for real. For real.
Yeah, so I thought they were underserved.
Yeah. What you got?
What else? Script was good. Chemistry, Brock and Venom good. Pace good. Creature effects awesome. I think Andy Serkis literally, you can tell Serkis is involved in this film.
Yes.
Because that was my main gripe with the first one. I
Yeah.
think technically the first one was this CGI mess.
Oh, the end fight really was with Riz Ahmed and Riot.
And I love Riz Ahmed, and it was like, it was...
Yeah, they were just meshing it. Yeah, you remember that, didn't you? It just didn't work.
Yeah, it weren't really flowing.
Yeah. This time, as Damien said, Andy Serkis got that one right.
That's what you hired to do that. Like,
he got.
And I think when it comes to the CGI, people have to realise that Tom Hardy is by himself.
Yes. Yeah.
Like, you know, one of those. You know, like when he did the craze and whatnot. He's by himself.
Yeah.
And as actors, you know, creating that chemistry, like you're talking to yourself or you're talking is so difficult, and not everybody can do it.
And he's been doing it since day one, back in when he did Bronson. You've got the moments where he's like, "Oh, what's that, Charlie? You don't know." Right? Does a whole scene back and forth.
Yeah.
But this is why
then the craze.
He's the
craze.
He was amazing in the craze.
He, for me, he's like. I mean, he's brilliant in all the films that you've mentioned, and when you're talking about the split personality thing that he had to do with Venom, but even if you're just talking about
that Warrior,
but the one that I feel like is one of his best performances is The Drop with Gandolfini.
Okay, it's more of a nuanced performance.
Yeah, very nuanced. Have you ever seen that film?
No.
It was Gandolfini's last film before he died.
No.
If you need to see that film, bro.
Did you ever see the film when he's in the car?
Yes, Lock.
Yes.
Absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
The whole thing shot in the car.
Yeah.
And he had me
from start to finish.
From start to finish.
Yeah.
Now, who does that?
How much very few actors can do that.
They did that with Buried.
Buried. But I'm saying he was amazing, and he had the Welsh accent.
Yeah.
And he nailed it.
Yeah.
He nailed it.
And
And
the bit where he's talking to his father in the back of the car always gets me. When he's just like, "And you, what did you do? Fuck all." And he's just like, "I'm gonna fix what you messed up." And that whole bit is
when I know a man can keep me engaged for the length of a whole film in one car and a telephone.
And
You're
even
amazing.
The script itself is nothing. It's not like with Buried. You got attention. Someone's going to die. This is like a soap drama script. He's had an affair. She's in the hospital. He's on his way to because the baby's going to be born. That's essentially it. He's got the whole thing happening back at the park. It's a character drama about a person in a car talking to his dead father and his wife on the phone, and you are literally hooked from the first scene to the end because of what he's doing.
I switched it on and I thought, "Oh, what is this?" And then I couldn't switch it off.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like even with him in The Revenant with Leonardo DiCaprio. I could have literally, I'm a big DiCaprio fan. I could have literally watched for that whole film. That was about 2 hours plus. Him, DiCaprio, and Hardy, and Will Poulter. Those three, I could have watched just those three on screen for those 2 hours, and I'd have been satisfied. That's how good those guys are, man.
They carry anything they're in. They carry it.
He's entered like the upper echelon for me, definitely. For me, my always top tiers it was Denzel and Hopkins. They were my top two for the longest of times.
I can see why.
Because I can literally, you give one of them like a Dulux color chart, read that for an hour and a half. Oh, listen, I will listen and be riveted. You give them the instructions to a blooming IKEA wardrobe. Read that on stage. Done. As a screw go into the hole, I'm fine. But when Tom Hardy came, I was like, okay, there's someone else is coming into there for me, like of our generation. He's he's there, like he's 45.
He's early 40s. He's early 40s.
But he's that way for me.
But anyway, let's carry on with the
Creature Effects done, covered that. Little tidbit for you guys. If you spot it towards the end of the film, find this out today. The Matrix 4 was filming at the same
The
time.
helicopters.
The helicopters
Yes, it was
are
from
actually
the
from Matrix 4.
The Matrix 4, yeah.
They were filming on the
Yeah.
same lot at the
They
same
did
time.
a little
and they
cheeky
couldn't-
one.
Yeah, so they
Yeah.
got... what you see in the film is the scene in the Matrix 4.
Yeah.
In the
yeah,
background
yeah,
of Venom.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
wicked, I love that.
So there's a scene where Carnage is just, again, mashing up everything, and then the helicopters are shooting at Carnage. Yeah, it was that scene, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Those helicopters, that's a scene from Matrix 4.
Okay.
So they've meshed it in.
Oh,
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
that's sick how they could do that,
yeah.
man. And so there's the big fight at the end, and again, I thought the fight was really good.
Yeah. Yeah.
So the visuals were just
Brilliant.
all the way
The
through.
physical
way
mechanics
through.
of
Yeah.
Venom and Carnage, like you see what they're doing, you see the threat. And
Yeah,
the Carnage
yeah.
scene in the prison sequence, brilliant.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
And the church bit
100%.
was great.
Yeah, yeah. That was the final fight scene, wasn't
Yeah.
it? Yeah. And then let's get to the one that's been spoiled for everyone, but the one that you've been all waiting for anyway. Venom is now in the MCU. Venom is now in the MCU, which means I'm in the MCU, you know. But still, I still want the Luke Cage gig. Come on, Kevin Feige.
Yeah.
But anyway, so did you notice though so basically Venom and Eddie Brock get away because they're being hunted, right? FBI and whatnot.
Yeah.
So they go to a beach, they're chilling there, and then did you notice that the effect was the same effect from Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse? It was the same kind of
Yeah.
and then they changed into another room.
Which makes you think it's literally Doctor Strange changing everything.
Right. That's our theory. That it's the Doctor Strange in the madness multiverse madness thing. Yeah. That's what's making us think that's what's
overlapping
happening.
and
Definitely. And that's why I think in No Way Home, Venom's going to show up at some point.
And a reason to kind of touch into that, I think the reason why they've been allowed to do this is because what they did with Spider-Man in the last film. Because they portrayed Venom as this anti-hero in this version of him, they needed some way to weave it in, because you can't just have Venom turning up with Spider-Man and being like, good guy, me eat. No, it's going to be literally, he has to have some kind of inception as to why he's doing that. And Spider-Man being played off as the bad guy in the last movie, which is what Venom sees him on at the end.
On TV.
J.
Jonah Jameson.
That's the bad guy.
Yeah. So you remember at the end of that film where they were saying, "Oh yeah, Spider-Man, he's the villain. He killed Mysterio." Blah blah blah. So he's seeing it and then he's licking the TV when he's with his picture on it. So yeah, that's where it ends. Yeah. So that's where it ends, and that's where everyone sees that he's now part of the main MCU, which is fan-fucking-tastic. Yeah. Because that opens the door for so many things, even Morbius, which is another Sony Spider-Verse film that's coming out soon. It just opens the door. Craven the Hunter, you know, it's exciting times. Obviously, we don't know what's going to happen because Tom Holland had an interview very recently, and he said that after this No Way Home, that's the end of the trilogy. That's the end of this edition of Spider-Man.
But I think that's probably, because they touched on this, I think that's the end of that narrative, but I don't think it's the end of him being Spider-Man.
It all depends on if Sony and Disney can do another deal. That's what it all depends on. Because if you remember, the new deal that they signed precipitated this coming into the MCU. Because at one point, that deal was done. And No Way Home wasn't even going to be made.
Yeah. I remember.
Yeah, No Way Home. Yeah, and then they managed to finally get together. Thank God, because you guys make too much money together. It don't make any sense.
It don't make no sense.
You know what I mean? And then No Way Home was put together, and then obviously they've hashed out a deal where the Spider-Verse guys like Venom, like Morbius, can now come into the main MCU. Because even if you remember the Morbius trailer before COVID hit, Michael Keaton's character in the first Spider-Man film with Tom Holland is in Morbius. Do you remember?
Yeah.
So it was even happening from then. Do you see what I'm saying? So obviously that deal that they then struck together meant that they were going to bring the two worlds together. So which is fantastic. I mean, it opens the doors for so many things. But obviously it depends, because John Campbell says that he reckons that they're preparing Spider-Man for his exit out of the MCU back into the Sonyverse, which I could see they could go that way.
Yeah.
But again, it all depends on if they get to do another deal with Disney that is beneficial for both of them. Then they'll keep them in there because
That makes sense.
I think John Campion mentioned this again, and he's very right. Sony don't need Marvel. To have successful Spider-Man films, they don't need Marvel.
No.
Because their Spider-Man films has made plenty money.
Yeah.
Plenty money.
Yeah.
So they don't need Marvel. And Marvel don't need Sony. You know, before Spider-Man came into the MCU, they were making billion-dollar films.
Yeah.
So they both don't need each other. Do you know what I mean? But I hope they keep it in there because they do make more money together. And it just makes sense.
It works with the narrative.
Yeah.
For real.
Yeah. So, yeah.
And it could have been a 12. I'm not gonna lie.
It could have been a 12. It could have been. There wasn't blood in there. I'm surprised that was a 13. I know in America they got this rating called PG-13, which can either be a 12 or 15 here, depending on what's in it. I understand why that was a 15.
Bar the F-bomb from Venom.
Yeah, at the end. Yeah. But is that enough? One M-bomb, one F-bomb?
Parental guidance.
Yeah, exactly.
That's part of it.
Yeah, I would have thought so.
If you're a 11-year-old, 12-year-old, the F word, they've heard it before.
They heard... Spoiler alert. They hear a lot worse than that in school.
Speaking as a teacher at school, yes, they do. Even in primary, unfortunately.
Yeah.
I think even just as former kids, we can vouch for that.
Yeah. I was saying some F-word at 6 in the playground.
Ice cream. Because going in, I always said to you, I think it should be an 18. Because when I saw the trailer, I was like, this is too dark.
Hell no.
But
it did look dark though.
Yeah,
the trailer did imply it.
But not
movie.
18. No. Come on, there was no blood there.
But I thought initially it was going to have blood. I thought they were going that route. And then when they took the blood out of it, I thought, okay, they're going to.
You can't bring. You need to bring kids to these movies. You can't.
Yeah, they're part of it.
Do you know what I mean? That's how they make their money.
Yeah.
That's how they. You know what I mean? That's how they make their money. So there's no way they're gonna make it an R-rated.
No.
I mean,
They want toys, bro.
Right. Yeah. It works with Deadpool, but we all know. Everyone that reads the comics knew what Deadpool was about.
Yeah.
So there was no way they couldn't make. They had to make Deadpool R-rated. Do you know what I mean?
And seen it anyway.
Right, exactly. And that's why even though Disney have it, they're still gonna make the next one R-rated.
Yeah.
Because they know that's the only way it works.
Yeah.
It doesn't work any other way.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's pretty much covers it, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So that's our spoiler review from Venom.
If you saw it, let us know.
Yeah.
What did you think?
What did you think? What do you think about it being in the MCU now? And do you think they will be able to do a deal with Disney where they keep it in the MCU, or do you think that after No Way Home, that's going to be the end? They're going to go their separate ways.
And did you spot Amber Sienna? And if you do, let us know what she was.
Amber Sienna, where are you?
Oh, and let me know if you saw me in it.
Yeah.
And let me know if you didn't. No, he's there. He's there.
I checked myself. Now, drop us some comments down below and let us know.